Welcome to Chesapeake Public Schools Family Empowerment Webinar presented by the Office of Family and Community Engagement. Our office, which is part of the Department of Engagement, aims to build meaningful partnerships that inspire, engage, and empower families, educators, and community organizations to support the initiatives of Chesapeake Public Schools. You can reach us at our main phone line or via email at the contact information listed on the screen. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to working together to strengthen our community and support our students. Our goal is to continue providing families with valuable webinars, events, and information to empower them in the educational setting. We are excited to offer our families the Peak Parent University course catalog, which provides an overview of all of our events for the school year. Here, you can also catch up on pre recorded webinars, explore a wide range of educational resources, and make valuable community connections to enhance your family's well being. Please take a moment to scan the QR code, which will give you access to our Peak Parent University. This will provide you with monthly updates, including descriptions, times, and locations of upcoming events. You can also go to cpschools.com and in the search menu type Peak Parent University. We are happy to share with you our newest student assistant program. To give you more insight on the program, we have Dr. Tiffany Yancey. Dr. Yancey is a visionary mental health leader, educator, author, and advocate who has devoted her career to helping individuals and communities thrive with more than 30 years of experience. As the founder and CEO of Virtual Peace of Mind, the Student Assistance Program was launched. This is the first of its kind initiative connecting K 12 students across Virginia to accessible, data driven mental health care. We are excited that this program will be provided to students in our very own Chesapeake Public Schools. At this time, I'd like to turn the program over to Dr. Yancey. Welcome, Dr. Yancey.
Thank you, and hello to everyone. And thank you for taking the time to join us today. My name is Dr. Yancey, and I'm the founder and CEO of Virtual Peace of Mind. Today, we're here to introduce you to the Student Assistance Program, also known as SAP, in partnership with Chesapeake Public Schools. The goal of today is simple. By the end of this presentation, you will clearly understand what this program is, how it supports your child, and how you access services, and what to expect every step of the way. Most importantly, I want you to leave here feeling confident, informed, and comfortable with the support available to your family. Let's start with who will actually be supporting your child. When it comes to your child's mental health, who is providing care matters. Virtual Peace of Mind is a Virginia Department of Education approved provider, which means we meet the standards required to provide services within school systems across Virginia. Your child will be supported by licensed and supervised clinicians, trained professionals who specialize in working with children, adolescents, and families. We currently serve families across multiple states, and everything we do is built around a parent-centered care model, meaning you are always informed, involved, and in control of your child's care. Now, before we focus specifically on the Student Assistant Program, I want to take a moment to show you how we support families as a whole. At Virtual Peace of Mind, we don't believe children exist in isolation. When a child is struggling, it often impacts and is impacted by the entire family. Because of that, we provide a full range of services that support not just students, but parents and families as well. That includes individual therapy, family therapy, couple support, and group-based services. What you'll also notice here is the Student Assistance Program, or SAP. This is one of the many ways we support families. But today, this is the service we're going to focus on because this is what is available to you through Chesapeake Public Schools. And at our core of everything we do and believe, It's because children are not supported in isolation. We also provide services that supports the entire family. Now let's talk about why a program like this is even needed. In most school systems, support is often provided once a concern is visible. Only about 15% of students qualify for formal services like IEP or 504 plans. But that leaves the other 85% of students who may be dealing with anxiety, stress, grief, or emotional challenges, and they may not qualify for traditional support, even though they may still need it. This program was designed to close that gap, to make sure that every child, not just the ones already identified, has access to support before things escalate. So the solution to the gap really comes down to one word: access. The Student Assistant Program is built on a 100% accessibility model. That means every student is eligible for care. There's no diagnosis required, no IEP, no 504 plan needed. Parents can initiate services at any time, even before a situation becomes a crisis. And throughout the process, there is clear communication, secure consent, and full transparency. The goal is simple: remove barriers so families can access support when they need it and not a moment too late. And at the heart of this entire program is one very simple mission. Everything we do is centered around one goal: peace of mind for every child. Not just children who already have services in place, but every child across the district. Because mental health support shouldn't be something families have to fight to get. It should be something that's accessible, normal, and available. So what does that actually look like in real life? What does your child receive through SAP? Through the Student Assistance Program, your child has access to a range of services designed to support their emotional and mental well-being. This includes individual counseling, group counseling, family support, and even coordination with psychiatric providers if needed. We also provide parent support and consultation because we understand that supporting a child often involves supporting the parent as well. And one of the most important things to understand about this program is that there are no wait lists, no barriers, and no costs to families. And these services are designed to support students through real life challenges. Students use SAP for a wide range of everyday challenges, things like anxiety, academic pressure, friendship issues, bullying, family transition, grief, or simply needing a safe space to talk. Sometimes it's difficult to focus, manage emotions, or just feeling overwhelmed. These are real, everyday experiences. And this program is designed to help students build the skills to cope and move forward. And one of the things that makes this program unique is that we don't just focus on students, we look at the full picture. Sometimes what a child is experiencing is connected to what's happening at home. So when appropriate and always with consent, we help connect families to additional resources. That could be community support or other needs that may be impacting your child's well-being. Our goal is to support the whole family, not just the student. And sometimes those needs go beyond therapy. We also support families by connecting them to resources that address real-life needs, things like housing support, food access, employment, transportation, things that can directly impact the child's stability and mental health. When those needs are addressed, outcomes improve, not just for the child, but for the entire family. Now let's talk about how this program actually fits into your daily life. This program is designed to work around your life, not the other way around. Services are available before school, after school, on weekends, during breaks, and even throughout the summer. Because challenges don't stop when the school is closed, and supports shouldn't either. So, how do sessions actually work? Sessions take place virtually in a private setting using a phone, tablet, or computer. For younger children, 12 and under, we do require that a parent or trusted adult is present in the home for safety purposes. Our team provides guidance to make sure everything runs smoothly, so families are never left trying to figure it out on their own. And now I want to be very clear about what this program is and what it is not. SAP is an additional layer of support. It does not replace school counselors or existing services. It is not discipline-based, and it is not a substitute for special education services. This is a parent-driven, opt-in program led by professional clinicians designed to complement what schools already provide. And everything in this program starts with you, the parent. This program is built around your choice. Schools are not enrolling students into therapy. Parents and guardians make the decision to start services, and everything begins only after your consent is provided. This ensures the program is ethical, transparent, and fully aligned with your family's needs. So let me show you exactly how the process works. Here's how the process works from start to finish. You complete a short intake form. We receive that information and send you consent paperwork. Once that is signed, we schedule your child's first session based on your availability. And from there, services begin. It's simple, guided, and designed to be easy for families. And because this process matters, I want to walk you through exactly what that intake looks like, so there are no surprises. But before we walk through the intake, I want to pause here and talk about something that matters deeply to every parent, and that's privacy. Everything within the Student Assistance Program is confidential. Sessions are private, and schools do not have access to what your child shares in therapy. That includes session notes, diagnosis, or personal conversation. Your child's information is protected under HIPAA and FERPA laws, and everything is stored securely within encrypted systems. The only time information is shared is with your consent, or if there's a safety concern where we are legally required to act. Our goal is to create a space where your child feels safe to talk and where you feel confident that your privacy is protected. Now that we've addressed privacy, let's walk through exactly how simple it is to get started. What I want to do is now walk you step by step through the intake process. I don't want there to be any confusion, hesitation, or uncertainty about what this looks like. This process is simple, quick, and designed with parents in mind. So through your school district's website is where you will find the Virtual Peace of Mind link. Once clicked, it will take you to the Chesapeake Public School and Virtual Peace of Mind partnership page, which you see here. Here, it will provide you with information about the program, and via the Request Services button is where you will access the intake form. Let's start with the first part of that form. This first section is very straightforward. This is where you'll enter basic information about your child, things like their name, age, school, and grade level. This will be the basic details we need to begin the process. From there, we will move to verifying your students' enrollment with Chesapeake Public Schools. Here, we provide you with various options to camera shoot or upload to verify your students' enrollment. In this section, you'll enter your information as a parent. This allows us to communicate directly with you about scheduling, consent, and next steps. After that, you share. You share if your student has insurance. If it is yes, this form will open up to enter insurance information. If not, you will just continue to section 4. Here you'll have the opportunity to share your student's exact need, whether it's mental health, substance use, or other services. You will also address severity of concern and service type. This helps us match your child with the right clinician from the very beginning. Next, you will address any family resources needed, such as assistance with housing, food, clothing, transportation, and employment, as well as if the primary reason for seeking services. After that, we move into a few brief background questions. This section is optional, but does help us address equitable services throughout the district. Now we move into one of the most important parts of the process, and that is our safety check and consent. Because we are not a crisis service, here is where we ask if your student is experiencing an immediate safety concern. If yes is selected, you will get an immediate message to reach out to emergency service or your local crisis center. We move to section 7, which is the end of the form. In order for Virtual Peace of Mind to reach out to you, we require you provide the initial consent. This is not consent to start services. It only allows us to reach out to you as the parent and start the process of registering the student for an appointment. So what happens after you click submit? Once you submit the intake form, here's what happens. We contact you directly. You complete your consent forms. You schedule your child's first session based on your availability, and from there, support begins. The goal is to make this process smooth, guided, and stress-free. Now, I want to shift gears for a moment and talk about how we stay aligned with the school district and the governing body who provided the grant for the program. Quarterly meetings with the district and the Department of Behavioral Health and Human Services are how we sustain accountability and continue improvement. Virtual Peace of Mind stays engaged with Chesapeake and DBHDS quarterly to ensure the program stays responsive to the district's needs and meet guidelines of the grant. Let me explain what that looks like. We meet regularly with the district to review how the program is performing. This includes things like overall engagement, access to services, and ensuring that families are being supported effectively. This is not about tracking individual students. It's about making sure the program is working for the community as a whole. What we look at is our accountability to the students and families. Because this program is funded through a state-supported initiative, we're required to report how the program is being used. That includes things such as how many students are receiving services, how often services are being used, overall program engagement, and those demographics that I mentioned before, which are optional. But just as important as what we track is also what we do not track. We do not track or share private conversations, session details, or anything that identifies your student. Your child's privacy is always protected. Now that we've walked through everything, let's address some of the most common questions parents have. We've covered a lot of information in this presentation, and it's completely normal to still have questions. So I want to take a moment to walk you through some of the most common questions we receive from parents. Let's start with a few key ones. Some parents ask, what grades are covered through the SAP program? All K through 12 students enrolled in Chesapeake Public Schools are eligible. Families ask, how many therapy sessions does each student receive? Sessions are based on your student's needs. There is no set limit. We get questions such as, who can make a referral for a student? Parents or guardians initiate services directly. We are asked, what do I need to register my child? What you will need includes basic student information, parent contact details, verification of school enrollment, insurance information if applicable, and consent. We get questions such as, this one is a big one, what is the cost for VPM services? There is no cost to families for SAP services. Other questions parents want to know, can undocumented students use Virtual Peace of Mind services? Yes, services are available regardless of immigration status. And lastly, can school staff see if a student is receiving services? No. Services are confidential and not shared with the school staff without consent. If you have any additional questions beyond what we've covered today, we've provided 40 frequently asked questions on our website for better program understanding. And with that, I would just like to thank you very much for your time. If you're interested in getting started, you can access the program directly through your district's website. Under the menu tab, you would select Student Wellness, and there you will see the link to Virtual Peace of Mind. Our team is here to support you every step of the way. And most importantly, this program exists to make sure that your child and your family have access to the support you need when you need it. Thank you again for your time, and we look forward to supporting you because your peace of mind is our priority.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yancey, for your wealth of information. Families, parents, should you have any question about this webinar or need additional information and or resources, please feel free to contact the FACE office at face@cpschools.com. Keep in mind that Let's Talk is the perfect two-way communication for any comments, questions, suggestions, or concerns that you may have. Also, you can stay connected to Chesapeake Public Schools through the different platforms listed on the screen. Make sure you scan the QR code to download our app to receive notifications about important events. Again, I would like to thank Dr. Yancey for sharing her information with us today. Please remember that this webinar has been recorded and will be used on our Chesapeake Public Schools YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us, and remember that families and communities work better together. Thank you and have a great day.